Hey, what's up, you guys? What's up? Joe here, teaching you guys the quickest way to actually make this a full-time career and how you can get from the path of making absolutely nothing to making anywhere from 20, 30, 50K a month and more. Hey guys, what's up? So my name is Joe Green. For those of you who don't know me, I built this channel to help people learn how to build their business from the ground up and actually make money doing the overages business. Now, before I get started with the training, do me a favor, please like and subscribe on my channel. It really does help me continue make videos like this for people like you. So if you do that for me, just take 2 seconds out of your day. That's all I ask. Let's get to the training. I'm gonna be real, I'm gonna be transparent, I'm gonna keep it just like I keep it with the people who I coach, who come into this business and they're trying to get their launch, because I think it's important that we all know what we're getting ourselves into. You will see people who get into this business 4, 5, 6 months down the road and not have one deal closed. Now, I apologize, I haven't made videos in a little while on my channel just because I've been closing plenty of deals on my end. My students been closing deals and we just been working. This time of year, it gets really crazy and it gets really busy, especially if you guys are actively working your business. So hopefully this video helps you guys out. Hopefully you get some value. I want to jump right into it. So what I decided to do is I made a little graph here. And this is like the simplest way I think I can break down what you can expect in a business when you're working your overages, unclaimed funds, tax surplus, all these great things. They can be very profitable. But if you work it wrong, or if you're kind of doing it the hard way, you're going to find yourself hitting a ceiling. And I found myself in that position as well. And one thing that I learned after learning from different attorneys and learning from different people coaching programs, there is specific things that you can do very easily to get yourself past that only bringing in $8,000 to $10,000 a month in this business. And I know, don't worry, if you're not making any money, this video is still going to bring you value, okay? So this is what I did. Down here, going across the bottom, I got the word solo. That means that you're basically doing this business by yourself. You're just starting out. You don't really have much money to invest outside of whatever program you purchased, right, to learn the business. I highly recommend you guys don't try to do this on your own, because there's a lot of legal ins and outs, and there's a lot of things that I think that it's appropriate. If you have a business, you learn from someone who's a professional and knows what they're doing. That's just my opinion. All right, but you start off solo. You don't really have much money to invest, right? You're just kind of figuring your way out. I personally believe you can go doing solo. You can make anywhere from really nothing to, on average, right about $5,000 a month, respectively, right? You're going to get your 1 or 2 outliers who make more than that, and this is solo, just kind of figuring things out. You're just making phone calls, you got some Google Sheets, and you're just kind of doing stuff, right? So I think that's the ceiling for most people. Few people might be a little bit above it. Most people will be below it. Most people. Okay. Now, once you start getting systems in place, there's something that's called a CRM. All right. So that's your client relationship tool that you're using. It's where you manage all your clients and leads. It's usually tools, got softwares with phone calls and texting and emails. There's a lot of really robust ones out there, but you get a simple one that you understand. And now you got your systems and you have a process that you're following. Usually that ceiling can be anywhere between, in my opinion, between $5,000 and $10,000, right? You could make less if you don't really have good training, but most people, I would say, would fall right between $5,000 and $10,000 a month on average, respectfully, because now you kind of got your stuff together. You got a routine. You got your skip tracing days. You got your phone call days. You got your follow-up process. So all these things matter. People who just dial for dollars, people who are just calling and hoping and praying someone picks up, they usually stay right around here, right? 0 to like maybe a couple hundred, maybe a couple thousand, but it's not consistent. They're very inconsistent and they don't know what to expect month to month. So on average, I would say they usually make less than $5,000 a month. They get frustrated, they get discouraged, because in today's time, I don't care where you live in the United States, $5,000 a month as a career, that's not a full-time gig. It really isn't. Maybe it's a good side hustle for you, low stress, low pay, whatever. But if you're looking to actually break away from your 9-to-5 job, you want to start making anywhere around here. That's like giving you a little bit of cushion to start thinking about leaving a full-time career, but you're not there yet. So now, here's the secret. And here's the thing people are not talking about when you see these YouTube videos or websites and stuff like that. When you want to really average over $10,000 a month, you need to have what's called a team. Okay? So you need a team that can help you average between 10 And I would say, respectfully, I would even put maybe 30K. That right there is about where we were at when we started creating a team. We're training them. You know, obviously, you're paying more people. If you get a virtual assistant, they're great. You got to understand they're only passionate about the hours you pay them. They most likely won't work extra hours unless you're going to pay them. If you have someone else on your team, like a family member, maybe a partner or a friend, someone who's just as passionate and excited about this business as you, they might put in that overtime to get you beyond that $20,000 a month, and you're going to be sitting anywhere between 30 and 10K. Now, why did I still put like around 10K? Because some people don't know how to structure teams. Some people like probably partner with people. They're overlapping. There's no real structure. Their systems may not be tight. You don't really know what to delegate. So those things right there can really limit your income. But if you got yourself together, this is respectful. This is right around the area you want to be. This is 30K a month, not a year, a month. This is right around where you want to be to start breaking away from those careers, those jobs. Some of you guys are like, Joe, I just need 10K a month. I can break away today. Well, good. Well, then all you really need is you just need systems. You need good coaching or good training, wherever you get your information from. Get your information and get your systems in place. And if 10K a month is all you really need, you can do that. Okay, I'm not gonna say it's easy, but you can absolutely do that and average 10K a month. Now, for those of you guys who are looking to make this, like, you want to ball out of control, you want to make a 7-figure business out of this. You're like, Joe, I'm already there. I got a team. I'm killing it. I'm crushing it. But we're hitting that ceiling. Joe, you're right in that ballpark. We're making like 20 to 30K a month, but we want to make more. We want to be a 7-figure earning business. Well, then that's where I call it the RDPD. Okay, the RDPD method, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Don't ask me why I call it that. I just happen to remember the audiobook I was listening to one day, and he said something that stuck with me with another business of mine. And it really helped me going from making $20,000 a month. We were averaging like a little over 50K a month. That was a huge jump, right? We're making more than double monthly just off of one tip that I heard on an audiobook. And if I would have stayed with that business long enough, we would have hit that 100K mark with that old business. But I carried that into all my new business ventures. Okay, so I own 3 businesses right now. We earn multiple 6 figures in all of our businesses. I'm about to earn 7 figures. And guess what? This business right here. And I want to show you guys exactly how to do it. Okay. So RDPD, it breaks all these things down. So he talks about all that stuff. But Rich Dad, Poor Dad, another thing that he talked about was you have to create multiple streams of income with one business. Okay. A lot of times people make the mistake. They go get a job and then they need more money. So they go get a part-time job, and then they decide to do a little bit of Ubering on the side. It's a side hustle. So you got a job, you got a part-time job, you got a side hustle. Well, what is that? That's 3 streams of income. And that helps. Financially, it helps. But what do people who are W-2 earners do? They pay the most in taxes, hands down. 30 to 40% of your wages are going back to Uncle Sam. I want to keep as much as possible in my household. So what do? We do the RDPD method because we want to get up to like 100K more. So what do? I just go and I make sure that I create ways to bring in income for my business with investments. Because the way I look at tax overages and mortgage overages, I'm like, you know what? I'm in the business of foreclosures. I know when homes are going on sale. I know what happens after the fact. So these are all what we call as off-market homes. So what do? I look for off-market homes. I know how to get other people's money. I leverage hard lenders. I leverage investors. I leverage, my own personal business credit. And I use that to get other people's money to purchase off-market homes for pennies on the dollar. And I bring an additional stream of income in. There's also something that's called business grants. Business owners, for some reason, we tell ourselves we want money, but then we convince ourselves we're too busy to go get it. So what do I mean by that? If you're a business owner and you're watching this right now and you've been in business more than a month, if you have not went and filed for your first business grant, my question is, what are you doing? In my coaching program, I always tell my students, the number one priority for you coming into my business, you have to commit and promise you will apply for at least 1 business grant a week at a minimum. Now, if they hire a virtual assistant to do that for them, that's great. I have 2 virtual assistants that do it for me, where we're on the way of we've already passed the $50,000 mark. We're trying to get $100,000. Like, that's my team goal as of this video today. September time is kind of short, but that's just the goal I set for my team. Now, I'm not saying that to brag. I'm not saying that to say I'm so special. special. I'm saying that you are afforded the same opportunity to get business grants for your business as I am. I am not a professional grant writer. I cannot teach you how to do it right because I'm sure I do it wrong, but I get grants done. I do so many grants. I apply for so many in a year that I'm always bound to get a couple. And that's awesome. It's great, right? I mean, it's law of averages. Now, could I take the time to learn how to do the skill of grant writing and I can get more? I could, but I would rather hire someone who knows more than me and let them go to town and let them crank it out versus myself. And that's the direction my business is going. I will eventually have a full-time professional grant writer on my staff. I will pay them 50, 60K a year, whatever their wages are. But in return, if they're getting me $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 in grant money, then that's money well spent for me. You know, so like, you know, we just got to like look at the data and let the data drive our decisions. So that just goes back to me saying we got multiple streams of income coming in, right? You got it from your overages, you got money coming in from investments, you got it coming in from grants. You know, if you decide you want to make your own digital course, there's so many different ways you can partner with people. Maybe you just don't have the time to make phone calls. Maybe you don't have time to close the deals, but you really enjoy skip tracing. Why not partner with somebody, build a relationship, and now you guys are splitting these things. So now you got even more income. You're working your own deals, but then you're also partnering with somebody else separately on their deals. So now you got your income coming in, you're splitting their income. It's just like the lines of income can be endless. I can give you guys hundreds of examples of how you can make money doing the RDPD method. But in short, it just basically means making multiple streams of income. That's all it is. If you do that, that'll be the quickest way to surpass 5K, 10K, 50K and more. You're going to just keep growing. You're going to keep growing past that number because you've learned that you cannot survive and you cannot have a confident, state of being in your business if you only got one stream of income. Because what happens if it's slow? You know, just by chance, just by fate, it's just a slow month. No one's picking up the phone. No one's closing deals. People are dragging their ass. The counties are backed up. You got to wait for a check for 90 days, 120 days. So you're just sitting there twiddling your thumbs. Where else is your income coming from? Naturally, you're going to go find yourself a W-2 job because you got nothing else coming into your household. The way I think, I'm going to create many streams of income with one business. I don't need a part-time job. I don't need to drive for Uber. I don't need to do DoorDash. What I need to do is I need to create additional streams so I can make more money. And it doesn't matter if it's slow on the tax overages sides or unclaimed funds. I'm making money through other avenues so I can continue to live the lifestyle that I want. My goal is not to become a millionaire. My goal is not to sit here and talk about, oh, I'm so wealthy, because I'm not. I feel like I make enough for the lifestyle my family and I love. We get to travel, which has always been a dream of mine. My kids have healthcare. I have healthcare. I'm enjoying my life. So for you, don't pursue and don't dial for dollars. I want you to chase happiness. I want you to enjoy your business. I want you to have fun. And also, remember, life is full circle. Bring other people into your world. Teach them how to do it. You know, and allow them to learn the process. If they offer to pay you for your skills and your knowledge, allow them to pay you because it's a gesture for a skill that you're bringing them value. Allow them to exchange value with you because it makes them feel good. All right. So guys, that's my motivational tip. That's my lecture lesson over here. If you guys are liking these videos and this is a type of videos you want to see and learn, I'll continue making videos like this. I'll also get back onto dropping at least 1 or 2 videos a week. I kind of got away from it because, like I said, business has been getting really busy for us on my end, and I just kind of got sidetracked. But if you guys like my videos, just in the comments, let me know you're loving them, and I'll keep making them. Until next time, guys, I'll see you later. Peace.